There are probably very few people in this room tonight who have not received a fax or an email from this man sometime in the last 25 years. He's not up there yet. He'll receive the President's Award for the outstanding contribution he has made to the sport of soccer throughout his career. Prior to joining the Ontario Soccer Association 26 years ago, he already had an extensive soccer administration background. From organizing the local soccer leagues in his Ottawa community in 1958, 55 years ago. He went on to serve as club secretary for 3 Ottawa clubs in the 60s and 70s, served as secretary of the Ottawa and District Soccer Association and vice president of the Ottawa and District Minor Soccer Association. He was also a soccer columnist for the Ottawa Journal and author of numerous soccer magazine articles. He was the first secretary of the EODSA. He attended his first OSA AGM in 1971, and tomorrow he will be attending his 33rd OSA AGM. He's been involved at all levels of the game, including clubs, leagues, district associations, tournaments, provincial, national, and international events, and touring professional teams. Is there anything he hasn't done? He was a player for 54 years, a referee for 34 years, and a coach for 18 years. He was on the organizing committee for 3 CONCACAF championships, including his role as chair of the 1974 Under-20 Men's Championships group in Ottawa. He also worked at the 1995 Olympic qualifying tournament in Edmonton. As a professional sport administrator, he began his 40-year career in 1973 with the City of Ottawa, which was followed by the Sports Federation of Canada, various short-term projects with the Canadian Soccer Association, a 9-year stint as Soccer Nova Scotia Executive Director, and finally the OSA. His involvement at the OSA includes launching and administering the non-club academy program, extensive league management work, including province-wide pyramid for play and discretion groups, district association organizational development projects, including strategic plans, player development plans, researching regarding district capacity, facilitating workshops, OSA office management, Ontario Cup national championships, the OSA's annual meeting, board meetings, conference planning, subject matter expert for IT development, and is generally regarded as the OSA expert on published rules and administrative processes, as well as being an OSA historian. Ladies and gentlemen, Bruce Henderson.
Thank you very much. It's very touching. As I said earlier, it's probably the toughest thing I've ever done. I was given a choice tonight, either do some freestyle soccer or to make a speech. I chose freestyle soccer, but I was overruled by my colleagues. So, first of all, I want to thank everyone. I want to thank Ron Smale. Call him the Energizer Bunny for recognizing me tonight, for the reception. I want to thank my family at tables 5 and 12. I can't see. Also, I want to thank this table over here. Again, I don't have my glasses on, but this table over here, I'm pointing at you guys, all the life members. You've done so much for this organization. Thank you. You got it wrong. Nobody can take instructions right.
That's tears.
I'm hoping the rest of the room can catch on. England. Scotland. The Canadian national women's team. It's been a wonderful 55 years. Phil, thank you, Phil, for reminding me. In addition, the most important person in my family, my kids are all here, and my in-laws, 2 tables. All the grandkids are upstairs. We were going to bring them down, but it would have postponed my retirement by an extra year to pay for the tickets. So I want to thank them all. I want to thank Marie, my beautiful wife. What a supportive family. This has been a wonderful 55 years, but you know what? Phil superseded me because I started in 58, Phil started in 56. So he beat me by 2 years. And I noticed Phil started refereeing 56, and it took him 38 years to make the national list. And I retired after 34 years. I didn't realize I had to wait another 4 years though, but anyway. I've grown up with football in this country, and I say football because when I started, it was called football actually. It was the Union of Canada Football Association. In 1958, it changed its name to the Canadian Soccer Football Association, which is the year I organized my first league. I'm 12 years old. And it was an under 12 league, and we kept scores and standings. And I was a member of LTPD Anonymous. Hello, my name is Bruce Henderson, and I keep scores and standings. I did write it. My first speech, I changed. I decided to go humorous because the first speech was too serious. I wanted to capture everything that happened in Canada while I was involved, and a lot has happened in Canada. And I was going to do the Forrest Gump thing, and I even had slides prepared. With the 76 Olympic team, me standing with the 76 Olympic team beside the captain, Jimmy Douglas of St. Catharines. The 86 World Cup team, I was in the picture. Everybody knows Forrest Gump, or there's too many young people here. The 2012 Women's World Cup team. My arm around Christine. And he was even going to go in the future with my slide, the 2015 TFC press conference, announcing their 12th coach in 15 years. That first league, I want to say something about the first league. Alex paid me to say this, but it is about soccer for life. We organized the league. I was the main organizer. The rest of the kids just followed me, but there were no adults involved, and it was all about us. And we did what we wanted. We didn't have real goals. We had sticks in the ground. We had fun, and this went through our teen years. And it was about soccer for life. Every one of those guys developed a passion for the game, and they're still involved. As coaches, referees, administrators, some of them were still playing at 68. It was holistic because we went everywhere. And I want you to know that Sylvie Beliveau and Alex Kiet have done the research on our 1958 league, and our best practices are now shared in LTV. I feel a bit embarrassed because the Center Circle Award winners, so deserving, and only Phil stepped up. Thank you, Phil. And but the people that won the award this year, I counted. I went in the program, I actually counted the years they were involved, and I counted 510 years. Wow. That's half a millennium of experience in the Center Circle Award. Kevin Pike came to visit me a couple weeks ago, and while he was waiting for me, everybody was always waiting for me. And Kevin said, Bruce, I was reading the plaque on the wall, all the Center Circle Award winners. There's a plaque on the wall in the USA office, all the previous winners, going back 25 years? Oh, not sure, 26. And Kevin said, Bruce, that's the history of soccer in Ontario. How right he was. It's unbelievable. All these people have contributed so much to the game, and next week or 2 weeks from now, all the names tonight will be added to that list.
You too.
So it's, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank volunteers, because the game was built on volunteers. We wouldn't be here today without volunteers. I want to thank the sport administrators, because I get paid to do what I do. And a lot of other people do, but even though they get paid, they're dedicated, they're committed, they put in extra hours, like Linda Blofield, who came up here today. There's so many of them. And I would be remiss if I did not recognize the district administrator of the Niagara Soccer Association, Mary Dunleavy, almost 30 years. I don't want to name anybody. I accidentally named Alex with Sylvie, but it was really about Sylvie and Alex. But I do want to name 3 people. And I don't like naming people, but as one member of one of this 3 said to me once, we are your family, this is my family. The OSA staff, the whole OSA, and the 3 people are Tom Wilkinson and Robin McCall, who by the way, I hired, and you're welcome. And there's probably other people I hired, and Steve tonight said something about how I inspired him. It really touched me, and it's, you know, there were people who inspired me. I'm glad I'm inspiring a few people. And as I told Ryan Tuskay yesterday, Ryan, you're going to get this award in 2050. But I am a weathered veteran. I'm tired. I'm a survivor. And I mentioned a couple of people last night, I've survived 125 OSA board meetings.
Nothing like the last one.
There's 33 AGMs, as Jerry said, and as I'm coming down the end of my career, I had 2 objectives. I'm going to achieve one. I'm not going to achieve the other. I wanted to be the oldest person ever to work for the OSA, and in 2 weeks I turned 67, and I will pass Geraldine, Sanquist, and Jimmy Canada. My other objective was to be the longest serving member of the OSA. And I think I'm number 2 now. There's no way I'm ever going to catch Jerry Jennings. Jerry won this award 2 years ago. She's the older sister of the OSA staff. Notice I didn't say mother. OSA older sister. And I owe so much to her. And she's 10 years younger than me. There's no way I'm ever going to catch her. She's 2 years ahead. So I yield to Jerry. I want to thank everybody for the recognition. It's really touching. I feel much better now. I was scared, really scared walking up, but I feel better. I don't usually talk, as most people know. But, anyway, I'm a bit worried because last year Dan Berger won this award, and he made Craig Forrest a straight man for all his jokes. And as we all realize, Craig's not here this year, and so I didn't mention Jerry. So we still have an MC next year. Anyway, thank you very much.
Mr. Henderson.
Mr. Henderson.
Sir.
Uh-oh.
After all these years, we finally put our rest what is the difference between a show